Hello and welcome back to another Red Friday here at Low VA Rates from beautiful Linden, Utah. We wear red on Fridays because we like to remember everyone deployed. That is RED. Thank you for military service. Today we're talking about probably the single most important topic that I've spoken about up until now, and that is how do you buy a house? Okay, we've talked about refinancing and different loan programs. If you don't buy a house, none of the other stuff matters. So step number one to becoming a homeowner is figuring out, how do I buy a house? And I would say the very first thing you should do when trying to buy a house, call us, pick up the phone, click on our website, do something to get in touch with a mortgage professional. And of course, here at Low VA Rates, we are extremely good at what we do. And though we focus on military homeowners and VA loans, we can do conventional, FHA, USDA, you name it, we can do it. We're approved to do all sorts. And so today I'm going to speak more broadly to anyone that's watching on what they need to do to get a home loan or to buy a house. First thing you need to do, you need to get a home loan, right? How do you get a loan? Well, you got to get pre-approved. You've probably heard that term before, pre-approval, okay? Basically, your pre-approval, did I spell that right? Approval. See, I'm a mortgage guy, not an English major. Okay? You need to get pre-approved. Now, I've got 3 kids at home. We like watching movies on the weekend. One of my favorite movies, Willy Wonka. I've always referred to the pre-approval as the golden ticket. If you haven't seen that movie, there's a golden ticket inside the candy bar. If you get a golden ticket, you get into Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. Well, in order to buy a home, you have to get pre-approved. If you don't have that golden ticket or that pre-approval letter, you're wasting your time. I've heard countless stories of people who have called up a real estate agent or they've seen a for sale sign in front of a yard, they call the number on there, and they try to start negotiating the purchase of a home, and then the homeowner says, well, are you pre-approved? No, I'm not. There goes your conversation. Nobody's gonna take you seriously without your golden ticket or your pre-approval letter. Now, getting pre-approved is pretty easy if you're dealing with a real expert like those of us here at Low VA Rates. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put you through a series of questions. When do you wanna buy your home? In what state or area do you wanna buy your home? Have you purchased a home before? We're gonna kind of go through a list of questions to determine what your needs are. At that point, you're gonna supply us with some documentation, okay? Documents. Here are the documents that if I were looking to buy a home, I would start gathering so that I could get into my home quicker. The documents you're going to be pay stubs, okay? You got to have a job. At least you got to have income. Maybe you're retired, you won the lottery, and you're just going to buy it with cash. But generally speaking, you better have pay stubs so that you can prove that you are employed, okay? You're going to have to prove employment with your pay stubs. Gather your last 2 years W-2s. Hopefully I'm not going too low on the whiteboard here. You're gonna need 2 years worth of W-2s. Okay, now let's say you're self-employed. Can you buy a home? You sure can. Might be a bit more difficult, but for a self-employed borrower, you're gonna need some tax returns. You don't get W-2s when you're self-employed, at least not normally, so you might need tax returns. Let me think here. Pay stubs, W-2s, tax returns, bank statements. Now, I just recently did a video on 100% financing. And I told you, if you watched that video, that you didn't need to put any money down to get a VA loan. Well, like I said, today I'm speaking in broader terms. If you do a VA loan, you're not going to need bank statements because there's no money down. But if you're doing any other type of loan out there that requires a down payment, you're going to need to prove to the bank, to the mortgage company, that you've got money to put down. And if you don't, you're going to have a real hard time getting approved to buy a house. I mean, that's pretty much it. It gets a bit more complex as time goes on, but just by way of reminder, first thing you want to do is get approved for a home loan. Pick up the phone, call us. Our number's on the screen here with the video, or you can go to our website at lowvarates.com and connect with us that way. You're going to want to ask us to help you get pre-approved. And to speed up that pre-approval process, please start gathering now these documents because we are going to need them. We'll make the process very quick and easy for you. We'll educate you along the way. And at the end of the day, what you're going to do after coming to us is we're going to get you into a beautiful home of your own, let you enjoy the American dream of home ownership. Again, this is Eric with Low VA Rates. We'll see you next week.